A tutorial on how to write a newspaper article would have different routes depending on the nature of the article you're about to write. Newspapers publish various types of articles from different authors. For instance, there is the regular journalist or reporter who publishes a story he or she has been covering, or breaks a new development in some aspect of current affairs. There are columnists who aren't journalists or reporters, but writers having achieved certain accolades. There are guest writers who occasionally turn up with a newspaper article or are commissioned by a news company to write on a specific subject. Then there are professionals who intend to publish their views in the domain they have expertise in through a newspaper article. Each scenario would have a unique way of how to write a newspaper article. There is a basic rule to all newspaper articles, and that is to be factual. Even if it is a personal column which doesn't necessarily delve into the views of the company or that of popular sentiments, getting it factually correct is absolutely mandatory. Now, let us look at the few things that would determine how to write a newspaper article. Every newspaper article must have an outline. This is very different to an intro, body, and conclusion, as is taught in the basics of composition. The outline would be extensive. Ideally, there should be several short paragraphs instead of too long and too small ones. Each viewpoint or factual information should be allotted a paragraph space for clarity and foundation. Furthermore, an outline should always be according to a narrative, as it is in a story. An outline that is not coherent to a narrative or doesn't abide by any specific stream of discussion would be against the best practices of how to write a newspaper article. At the crux of every such piece should be an argument. The argument would be a larger question, and what is being written about should be perspectives. There should be facts in favor as well as against the question or of what is being implied. Apart from personal opinions, guest columns, and professional takes on subjects, a normal journalistic newspaper article should never have a conclusion. No inference should be drawn, even if one side of the argument seems all poised to win. An ideal newspaper article is well outlined, understandable, factually rich, and puts forth a great argument without making a judgment.